Consumers are facing many economic challenges, from rising prices at the store, rent, and interest rates. One woman's aim is to help women get ahead of the rising cost of living. The author of Financial Feminist and founder of Her First 100K, Tori Dunlap, is in the studio with us now. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yes, thanks for being here. You've got 3 tips for us this morning, so get your pen and pad out or your phone out to take the notes. But you saved $100,000 by the time you were 25. How did you do that, and how can we start saving too?
Yeah, it was a combination of a lot of things. The first is that I had parents who were financially educating me about money, and that was a privilege that I didn't realize everybody didn't have. And so with that privilege comes responsibility. It's why I wrote a book. It's why I teach women how to navigate money. So the first thing is to offer yourself a bunch of grace. You weren't taught this unless you were. And so just like we don't come out of the womb expecting to speak fluent Italian and know how to play the tuba, you shouldn't expect to completely know how to money. So first, offer yourself a lot of grace. Second thing is automate everything you possibly can. A part of my 100K journey was automating my savings. So setting up an automatic transfer from my checking account to my savings account, even if that's just $20. One, you're building the habit, right? You're building the muscle of saving so that when you do have more money to save, it feels more natural to you.
Okay.
And 2, it's happening without you having to think about it.
Awesome.
And 3rd, finally, you don't have to stop spending money. I just need you to stop spending money on things you don't care about. And so you have to figure out, like, what do I value? What do I care about? For me, it's like travel, food out, and plants. I have like 50 plants in my tiny little house, and like that's where I spend my money. And so you don't have to completely stop spending money. Diets don't work, right? But you do need to figure out what you value and what's important to you.
Okay, and you know, we just mentioned the rising cost for everything.
Yeah.
How do we still save money during higher inflation times?
I mean, you do what you can, right? I think there's a lot of personal finance advice out there that is just like, save no matter what. And it's like, truthfully, sometimes you're not going to be able to save, right? We're looking for progress over perfection. And I think the other thing too is we think, okay, if I can't save $1 million, like I'm just not going to save it all. And so even if it is that $20 that you can set aside every month, that is so powerful because at least you have something in the bank, right? And it's also, again, times are hard. Offer yourself a bunch of grace as you navigate this time. Again, progress over perfection.
Okay, and if somebody has just never done a savings account, they've never put aside some money, how do you set goals for yourself? How do you even get over that hill and do that?
Yeah, I would say the ostrich effect is real, where we bury our head in the sand and we act like our problems don't exist and we think they're just going to magically go away.
Yes.
Right. So we have a whole chapter in the book of what we call like a money date, of sitting down and doing a little financial self-care, which is the hard stuff that you don't want to do but makes future you's life better, right? So that's part of the goal setting and the looking at your money and figuring out how much debt do I have in order to start progressing and paying it off.
Okay, so it's a lot of self-care and just getting through those tough parts, because it will be good for you.
Yeah, I joke, like, you know, glass bottle of wine and like a down comforter cocoon, and like take out from your favorite restaurant and make it something you look forward to.
Okay, that's not a bad idea. I like that setup. Well, the title of the book again is called Financial Feminist. It's on your screen right now. You can find it online or at your favorite local bookstore. Tori is local. She's from Tacoma, now living in Seattle. So some Tacoma love, some Seattle love. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thanks for having me.
All right.